This is when I met a woman who we'll call Carol. We met through an online spiritual group. She is an extremely wealthy woman whose husband, we'll call Gadget Man, owns several electronic companies in Hong Kong. Carol invited me to come visit her at her estate in Washington State, where she said she would introduce me to all of her billionaire friends there and spread my business plan around to help me get investors. Carol told me that these people are so rich that they don't even know what to do with their money, and that they are looking for something spiritual to redeem their souls, and my humanitarian projects business fit the bill. So I spent my own money to fly out to meet Carol in hopes that I could be able to fund my company. The moment my plane landed in Seattle, I was greeted by Carol's driver, a middle-class woman who owned her own local cab company, who regularly picked up guests for people visiting Carol's estate. Within minutes of getting into the car, I was grilled and vetted by this cab driver for the entire hour's journey to the estate. She wanted to know who I was, how I knew Carol, where I came from, what my background was, all about my company. She was very nosy. Me, being overly friendly and a bit naive, happily obliged her interrogation session and answered her questions truthfully. I had nothing to hide. I told her that Carol and I met through an online spiritual group and that Carol was interested in my company, which is an organization for humanitarian projects. Much later on in this story, we will revisit this cab driver as she played a role in how this whole story turned out. Carol's estate consisted of a huge custom-built home, several hundred acres of land, a full horse barn, gardens, and lots of dogs, cats, horses, and chickens. She has a full staff working for her, maids, cooks, farmhands, gardeners, drivers, etc. Her husband was not home when I was visiting. He was in Hong Kong for almost half the year on business. In fact, I've still not met him to this day. Carol spent 4 days introducing me to her friends and pampering me with her wealth. She wanted to be my spiritual teacher and take me under her wing. Yelm, Washington, USA is home to the Ramtha School of Enlightenment, which is a huge horse farm estate run by a woman named J.Z. Knight, who allegedly channels the spirit of a 35,000-year-old war god named Ramtha. Thousands of people have become disciples of the school over the last few decades. They practice energy work and are known for their ritualistic exercises like walking around blindfolded, rigging the lottery numbers with their minds, and becoming drunk at wine ceremonies. They have been called a cult by many people, and many former students suffer from PTSD symptoms. At the time that I was there, I didn't know anything about the school's history. I had never heard of Ramtha at all. Later, I read this article that shone some light on some of the school's darker aspects. Many of the people that I was introduced to in Yelm through Carol's rich friends were all part of this spiritual school. One man named Mihal was a close friend of Carol's whom she insisted I meet and have dinner with, as, according to Carol, he used to run the Vatican. He seemed like a friendly guy, though a bit odd, and then later on I found the article above that mentions him as being defrocked from the Vatican under pedophile allegations. I'm amazed at some of the things that I've learned about the people that I've known now that so much time has passed. Carol was an 8-year student of the Ramtha school and had moved her family to Yelm just to be part of the spiritual community. Many people who live in Yelm are millionaires and billionaires that are former CEOs of well-known companies, and even some members of the infamous 13 families live there.
Hey everybody, Hopegirl here, and you've just listened to a short sample of the QEG Chronicles Chapter 2, Witts and the Millionaires of Yelm. This chapter opens up in Chefchaouen Morocco as I write a letter to a friend recalling how the idea of the free energy generator came to be through the meeting of some black op engineers. Witts is a group of builders that have been working on free energy devices for quite some time. I tell how I met this group and learned about their free energy devices while staying with a wealthy friend in Yelm, Washington State, USA. While in Yelm, I was surrounded by members from a culty New Age community called the Ramtha School of Enlightenment. Here we learn about some of the strange New Age beliefs practiced by billionaires and a galactic historian who claimed to have access to the Akashic records of billions of worlds. This book, the QEG Chronicles, is a wild, bizarre, and entertaining tale of a family that built a free energy device, then gave away the plans for free on the internet, and traveled around the world helping others to build their own electricity generators. This autobiographical story, told from the perspective of Hopegirl, brings us through the hidden alleys of the big energy tycoons, the internet trolling cybersphere, crop circles, alien agendas, new age gurus, sexual honeypot escapades, and so much more. It's funny, it's heartwarming, it's shocking, it's fascinating, and it's all based on a true story. This is my story. This book was written 10 years ago. We pulled it from the internet for a long time, even though many people were asking us for it. Now we are re-releasing it from the Hopegirl blog. So when you click the link in the description below and sign up for the free Hopegirl blog mailing list, you will receive an instant free download of the ebook version filled with lots of pictures, and as well as the audiobook MP3 files read by Hopegirl and filled with music and sound effects for a very truly entertaining experience.